This is the cool ideas tool haul. So everything in this tool haul right here is a cool idea. And you're gonna like, this might be the most popular part of the tool haul for people who like different things and get bored with all the same, seeing the same crap, you know, on every video. Snap on this, snap on that, or whatever. So this is the cool ideas tool haul. So the first up is from Olsa Tools. I haven't even opened it yet, but these are 3 flat-bladed picks. It's kind of the same concept as these guys over the traditional. Now, obviously, you still need both, but over the traditional style of hose clamp applied to your smaller, your mini picks. Now, these are really well made, I should say. Like, they're thick, you know, in comparison to like a standard pick. So they're going to hold up to some serious pressure. And what's cool is the angles. So you have one that is, I forget what, I think the middle one's supposed to be like close to 90. It's not quite 90. The outer one is, I mean, depending on where you measure the angle, it's like 45 or something. And then this one's like 135, whatever the heck it is. But as you can see, this one curls, but it doesn't curl 180. So yeah, it's like 135, I guess. And what's nice about that is A, it's compact, B, it's flat, so it's not going to hurt anything, but it'll slip into things. And C, you can kind of snake it behind, say, like electrical wiring, and you can pull it out. You can fish it out with that. And it's easier than trying to get a 180 pick past the wiring and pull it back. And then these, you know, this one actually kind of works as like a bit of a pry bar for, you know, for light duty. And then this one, kind of the same story, just at a convenient angle. So it's like this whole set is really thought out well. I won't be surprised if every tool truck is offering these in its own version of these soon, but also beat them all to the punch. So I figured, why not give them the business? All right, this one I think is awesome, really awesome. Oh yeah, this should be over here too. We'll get to that in a second. So this is really awesome. I'm kind of proud about finding this one myself. I didn't get this idea off of another person's tool video. But what this is it's a KTool International stubby ratchet and socket set. That thing looks like a wrench, but it's actually a ratchet. So it comes with 12 pieces. It's a go-through, low profile. So, you know, it's like your low profile socket set, like your Snap-on Fun Dip set or your O'Reilly's Power Torque low profile pass-through set. Same stuff, but in this case, it's made by KTool International, really good name in auto repair. They rebrand a lot of stuff, but they offer their own. Like you've probably seen the ratcheting wrenches. They were one of the first to offer that. So they're really innovative, and they make really good quality stuff. It's a lifetime warranty. This set was really cheap on Amazon. It's probably like, I don't know, $19, but it's got a feature that is just totally unique to it. And what it is, so first of all, it does use like an 11 millimeter ratcheting wrench, as you can see. Now in this style, the retaining clip is in the wrench, but anything that has an 11 millimeter profile, like I believe the Power Torque does, is going to work with this, Now the Snap-on has the retention, I think, in the socket, not in the ratchet head. So you'd need another way of retaining it with the Fun Dip ratchet, I believe. But basically you've got these grooves and then you've got the locking ring there. And they are super, super stubby. As you can see, super low profile. Like as low profile as anything else out there. And they're spline drive. But they're actually really good spline drive. They're not like the crappy kind that gave spline drive such a bad reputation because it was being misused. These are actually really high quality spline drive, probably made in the same factory that makes these guys over here. I think I need to unlock this. Yeah, hold on a second. Let's grab our keys. Let's unlock this, and I will show you that I wouldn't be surprised if, now I don't know this for a fact, but I wouldn't be surprised if these, you know, if Cabo actually makes that, because, you know, KTool is the first to offer these guys. These are the Matcos. You know, Matco has since rebranded theirs, you know, their zero offset ratcheting wrenches. As you know, like Icon, Mountain, as I said, KTool, Carlisle, etc. You know, all offers these same wrenches, but they're all spline drive, but the spline drive actually works really well. It's not poorly done. You know, it's a little different This set is a little more hit or miss. It's kind of more of like for extraction purposes. These actually like combine or skip, you know, these combined sizes. And so they tried to make metric and standard into like a single set. I actually managed to find the Ratchet to this set long after the fact. It was all clearanced out. But the Ratchet's pretty awesome. But these sockets, they sometimes work, sometimes they don't. They're not, you know, again, they tried to do too much with a small set of sockets. So these are all metric. And they are proper metric spline drive sockets. They're not weird sizes. They don't skip sizes. They don't combine sizes with SAE. None of that. It's just a straight set. You've got, I think that's a 5. And you got what most people need for, you know, for low profile. You don't need a 15, I don't think. You got 5 and you got 5.5, which is missing from a lot of sets. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's a complete set. And it's kind of funny they actually put this on a ratcheting wrench, which I think is a cool idea. But it would have been neat, and I get why it's 11 millimeter. I mean, because that's basically saying you can use any 11 millimeter wrench with this if you have a means of retaining it. But I think it's kind of funny that it says 11, or that they put an 11 open end. Like they probably could have put like a 10 millimeter opening end or open end or like a ratcheting end on that or something. It's a little interesting, but hey, maybe it keeps the cost down. I don't know. Like I said, the only difference between this and a ratcheting wrench, a reversible ratcheting wrench that is this little retaining ring in there. So, I mean, I guess you got an 11 millimeter wrench if you need it, but I feel like that was kind of a missed opportunity. But overall, the uniqueness of the kit itself, I think, is what sells it. It's just, and it's a nice case. So you can do a lot with this. I mean, think about this. How expensive are those Snap-on eTorx ratcheting wrenches? Well, there you go. eTorx, right there. Low profile eTorx ratcheting wrench. There you go. And for 20 bucks for the whole kit. And it fits in your box, doesn't take up all that space. So I sure as hell won't be buying those wrenches. I'm going to find a way to use this. The next great little tool idea I got from Naptown Tuner. Man, that guy's channel is addicting. I really like his style too. I think maybe making the short videos about a bunch of things is actually a good idea. So that's why it's kind of inspiring me to change up some things on my channel instead of just dumping everything into a single video. But anyway, this is the Carbyne Tools. Another, I really like this guy. He's like the owner of the company, the guy that founded it, is super cool. Like he'll actually talk to you. He loves it. He's like a, you know, he's like a tool. He's passionate about tools the same way we are. So he literally, if you have an idea, he'd be a good person to share it with because he might actually be able to make it happen. But this is a very unique little bit ratchet. It's a little on the chunky side, but it's well made. One thing I give Carbyne Tools a lot of credit for is they put a lot of effort into the, you know, the quality of their manufacture. So it's a little on the chunky side, kind of like those old Cobalt ratchets. But what's cool about it, and the reason I got it because I thought it was cool. But I'm going to keep this in the office because this is actually a 10 millimeter nut. And so it's kind of handy for like a quick 10 millimeter, like you need to loosen a battery cable or something. So it's kind of nice for that. And you can use it as a thumb wheel to turn your bit ratchet. And then on this side, you have a nice bit ratchet. The retention's very good. The switch goes over cleanly. Like it's pretty sure this is all metal. Everything about the ratchet is nice. And it comes with some bits, you know, which you probably none of us need, but hey, they're there. So the part number on this guy off of the Carbyne Tools website is 310-1600. I just thought it's one of those, like, you know, little specialty things, but yeah, I just thought the 10 millimeter actually having a socket more or less on there, or a nut driver right on the ratchet, is kind of cool. So that was my inspiration on that guy. All right. So moving on to the next section, we're going to go over the, I'm going to lump some things together, some like holiday stuff. So first up, I got the Vim Tools limited edition knife because this was deeply discounted. It was $20. I don't have the Harbor Freight here to compare it to, but this thing is like, it's beastly is the best way to describe it. It's also made, I think it's 440 stainless. You know what, let me, give me a second. Let me open this up. You can do it with one hand, but I don't have a lot of practice. I think you have to push, or no, actually. Oh, there we go. Never mind. I thought you had to push something over to unlock it, but so there you got Vim Tools. The material is, I'm trying to get it to focus. I can't see it. I'm not sure if you can. Oh, there we go. So it's 440C stainless. So it's actually a higher grade material than the DRC, whatever it is in the Harbor Freight knife. So basically for like half the price, at least, you know, they probably sold out. I don't know if you still got this opportunity, but for half the price of the Harbor Freight knife, you can get this bad boy. And this 440C grade steel holds an edge much better. The other style you can get really sharp, but this style, it's harder to work with, but it holds an edge. So technically this is kind of superior to the to the material that the Icon knife is made out of. And I mean, it is really, really, it's really nice. It's worth, I don't know if it was worth 80 or whatever the original price was, but it sure as heck is worth way more than $19. Let's so I don't slice my finger off. Let me close this with two hands. Let's put my little tripod down. Yeah, I should probably get a GoPro. I don't know if I already said that in this video. Make my life a little easier. Take YouTubing more seriously. Make more videos. All that good stuff. Because it's the wave of the future, man. All right, we'll stick this, whether you like it or not, we'll stick this guy in here for now and keep him. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but for $20, I couldn't say no. All right, so the next thing is, this was like an impulse buy. I was like, I don't want it. I don't need it. And then, dang it, they started dropping prices on these, and I picked it up. I can't help myself, guys. I've got a problem. Season's greetings, limited edition, Knipex. I think I probably already, yeah, that's probably me. I think I WD-40'd it. I gave it a nice little WD-40 treatment, and it's still got some on there. But yeah, this is basically the Knipex standard 7-inch, Cobra pliers. But it's got a limited edition two-tone. It's got the silver and the black. It just looks very nice. Super cool. So I bought that for my collection, a bit more expensive than the regular. Heck, it was probably close to what I paid for the Matco version of the regular one. But if you get the Knipex version, I'm sure it's cheaper than that. I think this is around like $50. It's kind of high for the 7-inchers, but whatever. Limited edition, it's cool. I don't know if I'll use it yet. Like I said, I've kind of got that covered. I also added this. I didn't have this size in all my regular nut drivers, besides the two I added for the office box. Our Klein tools, I really like these. I really like the Klein nut drivers. I think they're some of the best. The metrics, for whatever reason, are not magnetic. There's probably a reason for that. I don't know what it is. The SEs are magnetic. But this is a 7mm. Man, it was cheap. It was like $5 off of Amazon or something. Made in USA. And there's just one size I didn't have. But I mean, 7mm, it seems like I used to see a lot of SAE hose clamps in cars, like 1/4 inch, 5/16. I'm seeing more, I guess technically 5/16 is also 8mm, but I'm seeing a lot more 7mm. They're not 1/4 inch, they're actually 7mm. So I just figured, for quick jobs, removing like a hose, like a hose clamp or something, I wanted to add this size to the collection because I didn't have a 7mm. All right, so next up, I got these for the office. Just an extra pair of cutting dikes. And these are Proto. Yeah, Proto. I got these off of Zorro. So people give mixed reviews on these. Some people like them. Some people say they're not, they don't feel like they're USA quality. I could say that this pair, I was just kind of curious. And I had a 20% coupon, so I got these for like $17. I mean, like almost as cheap as like something you get off the shelf at Harbor Freight. And it's made in the United States. All I can say is like I've used them a few times, and I think they're really good. I don't have any complaints with them. Now, are they as strong as like the Klein D2000 series or like Snap-on or, maybe Knipex? I don't know. I mean, they're probably heat treated. They're probably hardened. So I don't know, but I don't really care because they're actually good. So I'm gonna go on the side that these Proto Professional USA Sidecutters, part number 209G, are a very excellent buy on Zorro. Now, like I said, sometimes you can get Klein for around the same amount, But typically that's like the standard Klein and not the Journeyman or the D2000 series, which are like the induction hardened, like the heavy duty ones. So I think, you know, for $17, I think this is a killer deal. I think these are really nice. This is the 7-inch. And then I saw, what was it? A Catus Maximus video. I was watching a lot of videos. It's these damn YouTubers, man. They're spending all my money. I've got Naptown Tuner to thank for that thing and a bunch of other things. I've got Catus Maximus to thank for this thing. And technically I'd say Naptown Tuner. I'm going to give him credit for this, even though I discovered this first and he needs to get it. He needs to buy this right away. Where's the box? It's right there. There's the part number and you can get it off of Amazon. He needs to buy that right away. But he inspired it with all these bit ratchet videos. Dang, I need to stay off of YouTube. But anyway, so I was using my little 1/4-inch Mac breaker bar the other day, and I happened to see that video, and I was like, oh man, a T-handle would be perfect for what I'm trying to do. I'd like to adjust it slightly. So, and then I saw him do a video on like his 1/4-inch like T-handles and breaker bars and collection, and it was pretty cool. And I saw this guy, and he was like, you can still buy this. And he was like, he's right. I was able to buy this off of Zorro. It is Proto Professional, made in USA, made the same way for 80 years, or whatever, since they were plumb probably. And there's the part number. It's 4785. I hope you can make that out. But it's Proto Professional USA. And this thing was, I don't know, it was under 20 bucks, like shipped, I think, from Zorro. So Zorro is awesome. They're actually owned by Grainger. If anyone's worked in like an industrial, in an industrial function, they know who Grainger is. They're huge, but they tend to deal with companies, but Zorro deals with individuals, and their deals, their prices, their shipping, everything is just top notch. It's so good. Sometimes I'm amazed that they can actually do what they do. So it's a great site. I buy a lot of supplies off of there too. But yeah, there you go. There's your little Proto 1/4-inch T handle. So cool. When used as a breaker bar. A little mini breaker bar.